Hi guys and welcome to Odds on Copa America. We are going to analyze the second match day with Leo Bachanian. How are you, Leo?
Hi, Edu. Pleasure to be again with you.
Also, my pleasure. You can see here the 4 games that we are going to analyze starting tomorrow, the kickoff. So leave a comment in the video. Also ask any question to Leo. He knows everything about South American football, and you will have the chance to win a £10 free bet with no bet. And of course, if you enjoy our videos about Copa America, click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell to get all the notifications when we do these live videos, which is gonna be a constant thing during this interesting Copa America, Leo. And we saw some surprises. We enjoyed a lot, especially I would say Brazil. They are the favorites, and they show it in the starting game. So now let's analyze these 4 games, starting with the one we have before, of course, Colombia, Venezuela, to be played in Goiás, Leo. And I was reading a lot of Colombian people that were satisfied about their national team. Of course, they didn't shine against Ecuador, but we have to remember that Ecuador beat them very recently 6-1, and now with the change of coach, with Rueda in charge, they've improved a lot. They drew against Argentina and beat Peru and Ecuador. And we have to highlight also Leo.
Yeah,
how do you see? Yeah, sorry.
No. I didn't know if I was seeing you frozen just myself. It was my computer. It was something different.
What do you think? Colombia is gonna beat Venezuela? Odds 1.3 more or less.
Yes, absolutely. They are like I position them as the favorite. Colombia. You were talking about just recently about their 1-0 win against Ecuador. I would say anyway that Ecuador deserved a little bit better on that game, especially because in the second half they dominated Colombia, but the Cafeteros took the game thanks to a goal coming from a beautifully choreographed free kick, which ended with Cardona inflating the net. Cardona, actually the Boca Juniors playmaker, I believe made his point to keep his place in the starting lineup. Rueda decided against Ecuador to start with Miguel Borja and Rafael Santos Borré as strikers, but I think that there is a chance of seeing again Duban Zapata and Muriel returning as strikers for Colombia. And then on the other side, you have Binotinto, who lost 8 players before facing Brazil because they tested positive of coronavirus. So basically, they end up calling 15 players on the eve of their match against Brazil. Those changes meant that Venezuela's lineup included just 3 players who began their World Cup qualifier against Uruguay 8 days ago. So basically, I don't think so. The Portuguese Jose Peseiro will have the chance to choose his best lineup again against Colombia. The last time they faced each other in the Copa America, that was Edu in Chile 2015, also in the group stage, and Venezuela took the 3 points with a goal from Rondon. Although the recent meeting on the road to Qatar, so Colombia winning 3-0. So yes, definitely I will position Colombia as favorite. I will look for both teams to score, and maybe taking into account this what I was just saying about Venezuela's losing players, not having their better men, I will look for an Asian handicap of +1 for Venezuela.
Then actually we can bet on Colombia to win 2-0. No, we have odds 2.01. So both teams scoring and Colombia winning. Very good victory for the Cafeteros. Then let's move on to Brazil, Peru. Peru, they didn't play yet and they are in a bad run of form, as we saw in the World Cup qualifiers, although they were able to beat Ecuador in their last game. Whereas Brazil, Leo, they look unstoppable. Neymar is guiding this team, but everyone is shining. 7 consecutive victories in official games. Last 5 without conceding goals. Really difficult for any team right now to damage Brazil, and we see the odds only 1.26 to back the Canariña.
Yes, actually, many people are looking at this game as re-edition of the final 2 years ago, which saw Brazil lifting their 9th Copa America. For sure, the Peruvians at least would like to think about this match as a rematch of that 3-1 final, because what gets usually forgotten is that Brazil won also in their encounter in the group stage 2 years ago by thrashing 5-0. So Peru has always been in the quarterfinal as well of the Copa America since 1997, and they have also defeated Brazil in the Copa America Centenario. Don't forget, in 2016. Actually, on that Copa America in 2016, when they won 1-0 against Brazil Dunga, that was the last game for Dunga. And after Dunga came Tite. So if Brazil wants to thank someone because they have Tite, that will be Peru. And Gareca's men arrived yesterday to Rio. We know that Advíncula won't play because he's in Spain, waiting to play the playoff with Rayo Vallecano, which means that Peru is losing a threat on the right flank. Also looks like Christian Cueva, the number 10, may lose his place after he was seen sharing a social moment with people outside their bubble. And in Brazil camps, everything is much more clear. We know that Neymar is going to try to get that record from Pelé to become the all-time goal scorer for Brazil. He will need 10 goals in this Copa America to reach that target. I know it's difficult, but we are talking about Ney, so I don't think so it will be impossible for him to reach that. I will be definitely, of course, looking for an Asian handicap of +2 in Peru's favor, and here is why. I believe 1.9 odds are good on that, and also I will be looking for Ney scoring first. Neymar scoring first is also a pleasant one.
We have, for instance, Brazil to win 2-0. Odds are 1.75. This is another option, of course. We expect Brazil to win, and they've been keeping a clean sheet recently. So that could be an option. You also highlighted the Asian handicap. If we go for Brazil Asian handicap -2, we have odds 2.15. So they have to win at least for 3 goals difference for us to win the bet. If they win for 2 goals difference, we get our money back. Really, really favorites Brazil, as you can see. Probably Brazil to win 2-0 could be a good option. Then, Leo, we have Chile, Bolivia. Chile surprised us with another draw against Argentina. This game is going to be played in Mato Grosso. Bolivia, they lost 3-1 with Paraguay. Probably was key that Cuellar was sent off at the end of the first half. And Chile show favorite. And we have to remember that they played very recently and they drew. So probably the odds are very optimistic with La Roja.
Yes, and actually what was important for La Roja, Edu, against Argentina is that Eduardo Vargas again managed to score. And I'm saying this because it was very important for him. It's been 2 years without scoring for La Roja until last night. But it looks like, Edu, that for the Chilean striker, this competition, the Copa America, could be called the Copa Vargas, because the current Atlético Mineiro player has scored in the last 4 versions of the Copa America. He did so in 2015 and in 2016 titles for Chile. He did it in 2019 and now the other night against Argentina in this 2021 edition. He also has 13 Copa Americas goals to his name, Eduardo Vargas, the same that someone called Gabriel Omar Batistuta, for example. against Bolivia, it's likely we will see maybe a little bit more minutes from Ben Brereton, the Blackburn Rovers striker who was born in England and who doesn't speak even Spanish yet. And he had the chance to play 20 minutes against Argentina, and people were quite happy with his cameo. And if we were talking about Venezuela and all the problems with COVID, well, with Bolivia is more or less the same, because it's true, yes, they ended empty-handed against Paraguay after going 1-0 up in the 10th minute via a penalty. But the worst news for Bolivia, not only before Paraguay, but also for what is coming in this Copa America and also against Chile, is that they won't count with the 3M, with Marcelo Moreno Martins. His father told the newspaper that his son was positive of coronavirus, so he's likely to miss the tournament unless Bolivia makes it to the quarterfinal. So for a team that depends in attack so much on what Marcelo Moreno Martins could do, this is a huge blow. All in all, I will look at under 0.5 goals for the first half, and also an Asian handicap of +1 for Bolivia.
Okay, well, as we can see, the odds are quite low for Chilean victory. Chile to win 2-0, as you mentioned, because Moreno is not in the pitch. We have odds 1.7 if we think Chile can win 1-0, 2-0, something short, let's say. And the handicap markets are quite, I would say, adventurous, because Chile is not winning actually any team, and it's very difficult to predict that they are gonna thrash Bolivia. So as you said, if we go for Bolivia, maybe Asian handicap plus 1.5, we have odds, good odds actually, 2.27. So that means that we win our bet if Bolivia loses for 1 goal, they draw, or they win the game. So this is, in my opinion, as you flagged, a very good market. Bolivia Asian handicap plus 1.5, odds 2.27. And then, Leo, our last game is the best one, of course, to be played in Brasilia, Argentina, Uruguay, a derby. Basically, Argentina, 3 consecutive draws, twice against Chile, also against Colombia. Probably there are doubts in La Albiceleste after these results. We saw Messi scoring a great free kick, and Uruguay, they have to do their debut in Copa America, another team that is drawing a lot. And Argentina is favorite, odds 2.3, but maybe the draw again could be a likely result, 3.5 for this game.
Yeah, Edu, I don't know if you remember when we done the preview for the second round of fixtures of for the road to Qatar, and when Argentina was going to play Colombia, and we mentioned that in the game against Chile they show how they cannot manage an advantage in a game. Well, that happened again against Colombia, and it happened again against Chile in their debut. So basically, you said the word doubts. Well, that's, I think, the main word now back in Argentina. There are doubts. I mean, the team can play good football, but they cannot sustain it for 90 minutes. As it happened in their debut against Chile, very good 45 minutes. They could have gone up 2 or 3 goals. They only scored via the beautiful free kick by Messi, but they end up losing 2 points. That's so. I believe there will be some changes in the lineup, mostly in defense. I don't see Martinez Cuarta starting that game. I believe Cuti Romero, the player from Atalanta, lining up as a central back next to Otamendi. And for the Charruas, Edu, who they got 15 Copa America's trophies back in the Estadio Centenarios Museum in Montevideo, is not only their debut in this Copa America, but this 47th edition, Edu, will signify the end of an era for the Uruguayans, because will be the last Copa America dance for the likes of Luis Suarez, Edison Cavani, and Diego Godin. So basically, we are talking about 3 of the 4 more important players for Uruguayan football in the last 40 years. The other one being Diego Forlán. And last time around in Brazil for the Copa America, Uruguay, they ended up in frustration for the Maestro Tavares team. Remember, they topped the group in 2019, but they lost in the quarterfinals against Peru, the afternoon that we saw the VR declining 3 goals to the Arrascaeta, Suarez, and Cavani. So I believe it's more than a Copa America, this one for Uruguay. As I say, it's a farewell to 3 great players, Suarez, Cavani, and Diego Godin, and all this starting against Argentina in Brasilia, in Manega Rinche Stadium on Friday. A draw on both teams to score, I believe, is something reasonable, as you mentioned before about the draw. And also, I will look at the market for an Asian handicap of plus 0.50 in Uruguay favor, and also goals over 2.75 is something I will look at.
Here, Shuban is telling us that he cannot trust Argentina, of course, another draw. Leo, did you forget about Recoba, or he's not as important as the others you mentioned?
Okay, so it's true, good one. Let's say, in that case, let me correct myself. 3 of the best of the 5 more important players of the last 40 years are saying goodbye. Yes, absolutely, Recoba. And someone, if they go even before Recoba, will tell me Ruben Paz in the 80s, at the beginning of the 90s, Enzo Francescoli. I know all those great players from Uruguay. But remember that these guys, Suarez, Cavani, Godin, and Forlan, already retired. They got Uruguay to a semi-final in 2010 in South Africa, and they won the Copa America in 2011 as well. So that's why I put them at the very top of Uruguayan football.
And Leo, seeing that Argentina is not being trustworthy lately in Argentina, who are they blaming? The coach, Scaloni, Messi, because he's always blamed when Argentina is not delivering, or the whole team in general?
There are 2 problems right now with Argentina, Edu. Not only that it seems they don't know how to manage when they go on top of the game. So, but also, basically, the problem is not only in defense. The problem is also they cannot score all the situations they make. And that is not only falling on Messi. Lautaro Martinez, he's having like 2 or 3 chances a game, and he cannot score. I mean, the good side of it is that they are having their chances. So basically, the team are managing to get in a position to score. And the belief is that once Lautaro Martinez hit the target, the goals will start coming. But so far, that is not happening. And yes, people are starting to blame not Messi. I think now with Messi, or people make peace with Messi in the national team, but it's Scaloni. The people are like pointing their finger at Lionel Scaloni.
Okay, then let's go for a draw here. Odds 3.53. If we go for a correct score, 1-1, for instance, we have odds 5.85. Goalless draw, odds are 7.3. So many options here. Odds are quite high for this game. Is the most interesting one and the most level one. And we like the draw. Be careful when you are betting on favorites in this Copa America, because we always see many surprises in the World Cup qualifiers, and the odds are very low, as we are seeing for Colombia, for Brazil, but we can understand, for Brazil, and for Chile especially. Be careful if you are backing La Roja, because they are not in great form, and Bolivia can get something out of this game. Then, Leo, thank you very much. We have many games in this Copa America. We have 2 groups, so it's going to be really interesting this time. See you very soon, and thanks everyone also for being with us. Most of the people here follow more the European football, but we can learn a lot of things about the South American football. There is a lot to bet on, and very good players in all 10 teams. Then still, people, you can leave a comment in the video and win a £10 free bet with Novibet. And of course, like the videos and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to see all the notifications every time we have new content. And we will be back very soon with Euro, with Copa America, and with everything. See you very soon.